Good morning. My name is Dave Roerick. I'm a retired forester and I own several parcels of timbered land here in northern Minnesota. And I really enjoy spending time out in the woods, tinkering with my land and the trees. I'm a pretty active land manager. To start with here, would like to visit a bit about the private land ownership in the state of Minnesota. Minnesota has 54 million acres, and about a third of that, 18 million acres, is considered to be forest land. Of that, 6.8 million acres are owned by private forest owners, and that is landowners who have more than 10 acres. And that compromises approximately 194,000 landowners. So to start with, just to give a contrast of the two ownerships, with that being private land and that many different owners, there's a lot of different diversity and reasons for having their private land. On the other side, most of the other forested land is in public ownership by the state of Minnesota, individual counties, or the US government. And each of those entities have their own fleet of professionals that manage their woodlands. For many of the private woodland owners, there's a diversity there that would be synonymous with what we call America being the melting pot of the world. There's lots of different reasons and backgrounds. The objective of ownership would have a similar diversity there. It ranges extremely from people maybe inheriting some property and not having any interest or clue about what they might want to do about that, to landowners like myself having a very focused objective. And then there's all sorts of things that are in between. A few of the focused objectives that a landowner may have, one would be to carry on a legacy that was handed down from one generation to the next. It could be, I have lots of friends who own property in northern Minnesota for the purpose of deer and or grouse hunting. They're able to manage their forest and manipulate the habitat to benefit those species. Also, people do prioritize the management of high quality timber to be able to grow. And recently I've been hearing more and more about, to coin a phrase, woods bathing. And it's an opportunity for people to just enjoy their woodlot by going out and getting some rest and relaxation and spending some time in nature. Especially with all the things going on in our hectic world here. People's land management decisions are likely based in two broad categories. For the intentional landowner, the decisions are likely based on a set of values and priorities that are established by the owner. The other category relates to somebody either inheriting or purchasing property, maybe buying a home that has an attached 40 or 80 acres on it, and are not necessarily interested or concerned about what to do with that property. So consequently, if they're able to easily afford the taxes, they get their taxes paid and may think about it throughout the year, but likely not get too engaged because of that lack of interest. And next thing they know, the taxes are due again. On the other hand, there are some people that may be financially strapped, and then they would look at opportunities to be able to financially benefit from owning that property. And that may or may not be in concert with good management practices for them to be able to have a healthy forest. Lastly, it is likely that most private landowners don't think too much about collaborating to meet any landscape level goals. In order for that to happen, they would likely need to be invited or incentivized to be in a position to be included in providing for the greater good that's accomplished by landscape level planning. And in conclusion, I would share that MFA is in a good position to help in that regard. We're connected with our landowners. We get a newsletter out quarterly, and it would be a great opportunity for us to be a connecting link to the private landowners to be able to have input into some long-term planning and how that might fit into landscape scale planning. Thanks and have a great day.